So, I just got back from seeing Dark Shadows, which, for the most part, before I went in, I was actually very excited about seeing. Dark Shadows, Tim Burton's new film. I've heard some bad thoughts toward it, but it's Tim Burton going back to his original roots of doing comedy. I'm all for it. And I think it looks pretty funny. It's not. And I should have known. I should have known that right away whenever I realized that this is a remake of a 1970s TV show that Tim Burton liked when he was a child. Oh, because your modern day remakes of classic film is always so spectacular. I mean, come on, Tim. You're running so slim on ideas, you're making remakes of your own works. So, why is this movie so bad? Well, it's because of Johnny Depp. No, wait, everybody listen. Let me explain. Look, I love Tim Burton and Johnny Depp. They used to work fantastic chemistry. There was a time where almost every film they collaborated on was fantastic. What happened? Did Burton take like a Lucas pill or something and lose all of his self-motivation? You have no idea how much it pains me to say this, but Dark Shadows is the worst Tim Burton movie ever made. Take a minute and think about that. Like most of Burton's films, the casting is great. Honestly, there's not a single person that's really miscast. Even Depp is really great. The problem is not really with the characters, it's with the writing, the plot, the motives, the characteristics, and screw it, the characters too. In every scene Johnny Depp is in, he chews so much scenery. So much scenery. And what really gets me is, I didn't notice until before I went in to see the movie, that the TV show that this is based off of, is a drama. Again, wrap your mind around that. Dark Shadows is a comedy. A dark comedy with no comedy. Maybe I am just so sick, so tired of the whole classic, like, you bring someone out of our world into our world, and then you spend the entire film with them interacting with all these props and doodads from our time period, completely confused. Like, there's this whole scene where he's confused with what, my phone just went off. I don't care. There's this whole scene of when he's, like, confused of how cement works. And you have the whole thing where he's confused about the TV for 20 minutes. And you have the whole thing where he's confused about toilets for 20 minutes. And it's old, guys. It's old. Hollywood, quit doing that stupid dimensional crap. Because it was old in the 80s. It was old back. It was old back in the movie Beastmaster. Even Thor, it did that. At least Thor kind of had an excuse. This has no excuse. It's trying to make it a comedy. It's a drama. And it's a comedy. This is the worst attempt of a dramedy I've ever seen in my life. And what else do I say? It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's about a vampire from the 1800s who comes into our time period. He awakes in the modern day confused and bewildered by his surroundings. That's the plot. There's more. Okay, I'm being a little unfair. There's more to it than that. But Burton, what gives? Seriously. You used to be the master of visionary, gothic, dark fun. Not this prancy circus act that can't afford lights. I don't know what to say. Tim Burton has officially jumped off the ledge. And he's down there with all the washed up directors now. And I hate saying that. But Burton has now officially become a Lucas and a Zemeckis. That's really unfair to even Lucas and Zemeckis, because, well, Lucas is basically gone. Zemeckis is one of the more hit-and-miss directors, in my opinion, but he directed one of my favorite movies of all time. He directed my favorite trilogy of all time. But now he's doing all these really weird animated movies, and they're weird. But that's a review for another day. But it's just the vampire in the modern day. Let the comedy ensue. That's not enough to carry a film, no matter how stupid or charming you're trying to make it. It doesn't work that way. If you were a fan of this movie, I'm sorry, but it fails as a movie on every single term except for the cinematography, which is ironic because like the past 12 films I've reviewed, I've bashed the cinematography. This movie, Tim Burton, you know, he still keeps his visionary record of being really, really good with the camera. I mean, all the camera work is really, really cool. The sets are all cool. The effects, what there are, is Tim Burton effects. It's just... My score, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I don't know what to say. My score for this one, a 5. Maybe a... No, forget that. There's way more downs than ups. It's not even a happy... It's a 3. I think it's actually lower than the Hunger Games, so we're just gonna say right now the Hunger Games in my book is a 2. Dark Shadows is a 3. I'm dropping the Hunger Games scores to a 2. Making Dark Shadows a 3. Write your comments in the box below. I don't care. I don't care. This is my review. Both films suck. Who do I recommend this to? Tim Burton fans? I guess you'll still get that Tim Burton, Johnny Depp atmosphere, but this is the worst I've ever seen out of any of Burton's films. And who do I recommend this to? Well, not fans of the original Dark Shadows, that's for sure. It completely bypasses that. I looked up clips of the original drama on YouTube. Watch those. They're actually kind of good. I guess if you have to see every Burton film out there, go see it. But I think even hardcore Tim Burton fans are gonna be really, 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 really disappointed. Really disappointed. And all I can think now is, please, Tim Burton, do not be a worse producer than you have become a director. Because, oh, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, save me now. If he has completely lost his knack for producing as well as directing, we got a problem. Because Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter looks really, really fun. Dark Shadows looks fun too. It's not. I can't tell you how bad I wanted out of that theater. I'm glad I got matinee price. Oh. Rent it? No. I mean, I think I actually, in that movie's defense, I think I laughed like once. And honestly, I don't even remember the joke. So, another forgetful film for the archives. Another really disappointing flick that I hate to say. I hated it. And I don't want to say that about a Tim Burton film, but I did. It's not good. It's not worth your money. It's not worth your time. It's not worth your patience. So, if you're a fan of this movie, you're in denial. If you're a fan of this movie, leave your comments below. Let me know why you like it. Don't go back-talking me. I'm free to have an opinion. But it's not good. It's not good. So that's it, I guess. Until next time on the Projector Reviews, it's a Sketchy Reporter, signing off. Tim Burton, what happened to you?